Good morning and welcome to today's ride. Today I'm heading out towards Compton Abbas again with Steve Potts. He's going to join me again for a ride. Went out towards Hardy's Monument with him last week, and so he fancied doing another longish ride. I think slightly shorter this time, and so instead of going back out towards the Purbex, we thought we'd head up north and see what the roads out there are like. I've been up that way once before and I recall it being quite a nice ride, so I'm going to give that one a go again. It was interesting to see in my last video the side-by-side cycling data between me and Arta. It's interesting to look at the difference in cadence. I think Arta was saying afterwards that he did find he was getting a sore knee when cycling, and I do wonder whether he was riding in too much of a high gear, which might be causing that. But I mean, I'm no expert, but from what I've been told and what I've read, it would make sense that he's probably riding in too much of a high gear, so I think he's going to change that up. I'm going to keep an eye on my cadence today, because I think I was possibly riding too high or too low a gear in some points where my cadence was getting too high. But I think generally my cadence is quite good level. I'm just going to keep an eye on it and to sort of see how it comes out on the data later, really. We're getting up to just before 8 o'clock now, and really, it's really nice and warm, and looking forward to today's cycling, really. I think it's going to take us about 3 hours, maybe just over 3 hours to do the ride today. It's about 46 miles, so hoping we set a good pace and actually get back before. Oh, this is the road that the Julie's house ride goes on. Right. So from the Llama Tree up to that point there, yeah, it's about a 3 mile uphill for this point here. Yeah. Right. So yeah, going down it's fine.
So we're on downhill now?
It should be for a little while, yeah, for quite a while. Morning. So I've just come back into Wimborne. Steve's has headed off in a different direction. He's going back to Broadstone now. But yeah, I think today's ride, I find myself a few times riding in quite high gear and grinding away with my cadence being a little bit lower than what it probably should be. My knees have been a little bit sore, well they are now anyway, and I wonder whether that's the reason. It has been quite windy today. It's been quite a it felt like there's been a headwind in every direction, which is a bit weird. Sometimes you get rides like that, I don't know why. I don't know if you can make out the wind noise now, but yeah, it's quite blustery, so I think that's obviously made it a little bit more tougher as well. It was interesting watching the footage back from the last ride after I'd modified my GoPro camera with the little fluffy bits over the microphone. It seemed to work quite well, and hopefully it's still working well now. I don't think the last ride was particularly windy, whereas this one is a little bit more windier. So it'll be interesting to see the difference from that one to today, but all in all it's not a bad little hack that I think. Got them off Amazon. Pretty good. It'll also be interesting to look back on the footage from today, because I was noticing that when I put the camera on the front of the handlebars, the camera's jumping all over the place. So I did notice it on the ride out to Lulworth, and the footage came back quite well considering, and I think there's only 1 or 2 clips which are actually quite bad. So be interesting to see how that look turns out. I'm quite liking my GoPro, it's pretty good, even though the screen doesn't work. Anyway, thanks for watching guys. I'll catch you in the next video.